Hello friends, welcome to Saho Studies. In this video, I am going to discuss about data model which I am going to use in this play series. So in this data model, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tables are there. Out of 7, 2 tables are fact tables and rest of the tables are lookup table. So let's discuss one by one. This is the calendar table. It contains date, year, month, week, etc. data. So most of the time calendar tables contains time related information. This is the customer table. It is a lookup table. It contains customer related data. This is the products table. It is a lookup table and it contains product related data. This is the store table. It is also a lookup table. It contains stores related information. This is the employee table. It is also a lookup table. It contains employee related information. This is a food inventory table. It is a fact table. It contains data related to the inventory of the products. This is the sales by store table. This is also a fact table and it contains data which are related to the sales for each and every stores and for each and every product. So this is the data model. Okay. So these are the data models which has been imported in the Power BI and it is also showing the relationship. So see, let's do exercise. Let's import all the file. So this data which I am just showing in the Power BI, it is present in the form of a CSV file. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to import the CSV file in Power BI and I will make relationship between different tables. So let me do this exercise in Power BI. So this is the Power BI. So if you want to import data, we need to go to the get data. There's a lot of options are available, but we are going to import the data in the form of CSV file because our data is present in the CSV file. So let me click on the text and CSV. Let me go to the folder where the data is present. So this is video material which I am just creating, Power BI advanced DAX file. So here all the data are present in the form of CSV file. So let's import this first table, first CSV file. Okay. So this is the window which we are going to generate. If you want to see the data, we can see it from here. If you want to transform the data, so here I am not doing any transformation. I will create a separate video how we can do the transformation of the data during the importing of the CSV file in the Power BI. Here what I am just doing, I will going to load the data and I will going to make the relationship between different tables. So let me load it. Data is being loaded. Okay, data has been loaded successfully. We can see in the data tab here at the extreme right, this EP retail calendar, this table is visible. Means the data has been loaded in the form of table. Now let's load another CSV file. Let's load a retail customer lookup table. Let's load it. Data has been loaded successfully. Now let's load another tape, another CSV file. So let's load employer lookup. It has been loaded. Let's load another CSV file. Let's load food inventory. Let's load it. Food inventory data has been loaded. Let's load another one. Let's load product related data. AP retail product lookup CSV file has been loaded successfully. So this is the data which is present in the form of a table. Now let's load another one. Product, let's load sales data. Just load it. Data is being loaded. It is a very big file, that's why it is taking some time. Just wait couple of more minutes. Okay, data has been loaded. Let's load another one. Let's load AP retail store lookup data. Okay, data has been loaded successfully. So all the 7 tables, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all 7 CSV files has been loaded in Power BI, and it's created a table, means it's created 7 tables as well. So let's go to the table view. So these are the data. AP retail data, this is the customer lookup data, this is the employee lookup data, this is the retail food inventory data, this is related to the product data, this table is related to the store sales data, this is related to the store lookup data. Now, if we go to the model view, let me just let me make it little bit smaller so that it is visible. We can see we didn't make any association between different tables, but based on the column which is present in these tables, Power BI automatically makes some relationship between these tables. Power BI has such kind of intelligence that based on the table column, it figure it out the relationship between two tables. So let me first delete all the relationship, and I will create from the scratch. Let me delete this relationship. This is also created. Let me delete it. Let me delete it. Here is also created the relationship. Let me delete it. Here also it's created a relationship. Let me delete it. So whenever we are just doing the data modeling in Power BI, it is a good practice that on the top let put all lookup table, and in the bottom let put all the fact tables. So there are two fact tables. One is food inventory, So let me put down, and another is AP retail by store. So these are the, let me just minimize. Let me put these two tables at the bottom. We can see here. Let's go in the, see, AP retail by store, AP food retail in inventory. So these are the two tables which are the fact tables. So I have also put both the tables in the bottom. So it's a good practice. It's up to you where you want to put the table in the relationship view or in the model view, but it's a good practice that we should put the fact tables at the bottom. Let me arrange it little bit. So let me discuss about what is the relationship between AP retail calendar and AP retail food store. So let me make it little bit bigger. Okay. So we can see this is the transaction date, right? This is the transaction date, and here the transaction date is also present. If we see here, sorry, we see this AP retail transaction date is also present. We can see here this. So let me create a relationship between this table and this table. So how we can going to create it? Let me just, we can drag and drop also, right? So this is the transaction date. We can drag and drop here. This is the transaction date. So one relationship has been created. So it is a one-to-many relationship. Means there is a one record which is present in this calendar table, but this transaction date has a multiple entry in AP sales by store tables, which is a fact tables. That is obvious because whenever a whenever any transaction happen, it must be associated with the time, and that time could be many. That's why the relationship between AP calendar and AP retail sales by store table has one to many relationship. Now let's discuss another one. Let me create the relationship between AP retail calendar and AP retail food inventory. Let's discuss in the AP food inventory. So AP food inventory has also a column known as AP retail transaction date, because this food inventory is storing the data related to the inventory. So when the inventory will going to dispatch some product to the customer, there must be a date as well. Means that the transaction date on which a customer had bought the product, that product we need to dispatch, and the inventory of that particular product in the inventory should be reduced. That's why here this AP retail transaction date column is also present. So let's create a relationship between AP calendar, AP calendar lookup table, and AP retail food inventory table. So how we are going to do it? The same process we can do. We can create here and we can put here. So this relationship has been created successfully. So this is also a one to many relationship. So in the AP retail data, one record would be there for a transaction date, and but in the AP retail food inventory, the record could be many. If you talk about AP retail transaction date. So this is a one way to create the relationship, but we can also create a relationship by clicking this manage relationship, right? Here, here there are four tabs. One is new, one is auto detect, one is edit, and one is delete. So suppose we have already created a relationship. We want to delete it, we can delete it with the help of this delete button. If we have already created a relationship and we want to edit the relationship between two tables, so we can use this edit button. This auto detect. So what auto detect will going to do? So suppose there are multiple tables are present, and if we want that Power BI detects the relationship between the tables which is present in the model. So if we click the auto detect now, so Power BI detects the relationship and it will create the relationship automatically. And this is the new. If you want to create a new relationship between the tables, we can do it. So let me create one relationship from here. So which table we are going to use? We are going to create the AP retail customer and this AP retail sales by store. So AP retail has a one column known as AP retail customer ID, and it has also, and this sales by store table has also a column known as AP retail customer ID. This table lookup customer lookup table has the information of all the customer, and each customer has a customer ID. So when that customer ID will going to buy any product from a retail store, a customer ID is associated with it. That's why in the sales by store table, that is the fact table, customer related information is there. So the customer related information is identified with the help of a AP retail customer ID. So that would be one to many relationship, because this is a lookup table. The customer ID must be one, but one customer can buy multiple products, and those sales related information is present in AP retail sales by store. So multiple records could be present in AP retail sales by store table. So the association between AP retail customer lookup and AP retail sales by store on the basis of AP retail customer ID is one to many. So let's create it. So this, let me select the table customer lookup. The table which I am just the column which I am selecting is customer ID. Let me just take another table AP retail by store, and see, this is automatically identified by the Power BI that we are going to make a relationship between AP retail customer lookup table with the help of a AP retail customer ID with AP retail sales by store. And whenever I am just selecting this table, Power BI automatically identified this is the column, this is the matching column that could be associated with this table. And it is right that I am going to make the relationship between AP retail customer lookup and AP retail sales by store with the help of a AP retail customer ID. And what is the relationship? It is automatically identified at one to many relationship. Means there's a one record which is present in AP retail customer lookup table, but multiple records could be present in AP sales by store fact table if you talk about AP retail customer ID. Let me create it. Let me close it. We can see one relationship we're going to create. See, this relationship has been created successfully. Let me just put here so that see, it has been created. Now let's go to the PPT. Now let's create a relationship between AP retail employee and AP retail customer, AP retail sales by store table. So if there are thousands of employee which is working in an organization, so here is the retail outlet. Let's talk about the retail outlet. So every sales is associated with the employee ID, means which employee have done the sales. So there is a relationship between AP retail employee lookup table and AP retail sales by store fact table, and the relationship is one to many, because in AP retail employee lookup table has only one record associated with one employee, but that employee could sell multiple product. That's why in AP retail sales by store, multiple records may be there associated with that particular employee ID. So let me create this the relationship between AP retail employee and AP retail sales by store. So let me go to the manage relationship. Let me create a new, and here let me create employee lookup table, and in the employee lookup table there must be AP retail staff ID. This is the table which for each record one AP retail employee ID is associated with it. Let me just select from, let me create the relationship to AP retail sales by store, and here we can see there must be a staff ID. This is the staff ID, and the relationship is one to many. The cardinality we have selected isn't valid for this relationship. So maybe in the employee lookup, there may be another records. Means duplicate records may be present in the AP retail staff ID. That's why it is not allowing me to create one to many relationship. So let me close this. Till this here, let me save it. Okay. Let me go to this transform data. Let me go to the transform data, and let's check employee lookup. Let's go to the bottom. Maybe there is a one extra record. See, this record is present. Okay, that's why it is not. This is the null record. That's why it is not allowing to make a relationship one to many relationship. It is saying that make many to many relationship, but one to many relationship is not associated with it. So let me remove the row here. From here, let me select it, and let me remove the rows. Remove row. Remove big row. So it has been removed. Okay. No, let me. It is not removed yet. Let me right click. 1 minute. From here, remove to duplicate. It is removed. No, it is not removing. So let me. So we need to remove the bottom row, because this is the bottom row. Number of rows we need to remove from the bottom. Okay, let me put 1, and let's see. See, now this bottom row has been removed successfully. So whenever we are doing any kind of a transformation, Here we need to apply and close and apply. It is doing the transformation. Let's wait. Okay, transformation has been done. Now let's create the relationship. New. So the relationship in which we are going to create it, employee lookup, staff ID, and AP retail sales by store. See, it is automatically identifies that the relationship which needs to be created between AP retail employee lookup table and AP retail sales by store table with the help of AP retail staff ID here and AP retail staff ID, and it is automatically the cardinality is also being specified that there is a one to many relationship. Let me one to relationship means one record is present in AP employee lookup table, but multiple records could be present in AP retail sales by store table. Let me create it. Okay. So this relationship has been already created. Now let's go to the PPT. There is a relationship between AP retail product lookup table and AP retail sales by store table. So if any sales is happening, there must be a product. And in this product lookup table, all the product related informations are present. That could also be associated with AP retail sales by store because the product which retail store will going to sell, it is associated with the help of one of the column. It may be product ID. But let's see. Let's create a relationship between AP retail product lookup table and AP retail sales by store table. Create this in this manage relationship. Create a new. The table which we want to make relationship is first is the product lookup. In the product lookup, I think this is the product ID. But let's see. Let's select AP retail sales by store, and here it is automatically selected. AP retail product ID is also present in AP retail sales by store table. So the association which we want to make on the AP retail product ID, there is a one to many relationship. That's why this cardinality has been already identified that one to many relationship between AP product lookup table and AP retail sales by store table. Let me create it. See, the relationship has been created successfully. Now there's also a relationship between AP retail store lookup and AP retail sales by store. Means the store related information is present in AP retail store lookup, but the sales, yeah, and also the sales will going to happen from a retail store only. So the retail store information is also present in the AP retail sales store table as well, and the relationship is one to many because in from one store there could be multiple sales. So let's create this relationship in Power BI. Let me click on the manage relationship and let me click new. Let me click, let me use this retail store lookup. And in this retail store lookup, what is the on basis of which column I want to make the relationship? I want to make the relationship with AP retail store ID. Let me select the other table. The other table is AP retail sales by store, and this the column is already identified in AP sales by store table. The column is AP retail store ID, and the association is one to many because one record is present in AP retail store lookup and multiple records could be present in AP retail sales by store. Let me load, make it okay, and let me close it. So this relationship has been already created. Now there could be a relationship between AP retail product lookup and AP retail food inventory. because all the product related information is present in AP retail food product lookup table, and this inventory related information is present in AP related food inventory table. So when the sales will going to happen, if any purchase is going to happen for any particular product, the retail inventory table must be updated, or quantity must be increased, or quantity must be decreased. So there is a relationship between AP retail product lookup and AP retail food inventory. So let's create the relationship between these two tables. Let me create the manage relationship. Let me click on the new. Let me create first table is AP AP product lookup. AP product lookup, and the column on which I want to make the association is AP retail product ID. Let me choose another table. Another table is food inventory. See, when I choose the food inventory, the corresponding column has been already selected. That I want to make relationship between AP retail product lookup table and AP retail food inventory table on AP retail product ID. And the association means the cardinality is already being identified that it is one to many relationship. One column is present in AP retail food product lookup for a particular product, but multiple columns could be present in AP retail food inventory related to that particular product. Let me click OK. Now close it. Here the association has been successfully created between AP retail product lookup table and AP retail food inventory table. There could be a relationship between AP retail store lookup table and AP retail food inventory table, because sales is happening from a store, and what is the inventory is present in that particular store is identified with the help of a retail food inventory table. So there must be a relationship between AP retail store lookup table and AP retail food inventory table, and the relationship will be one to many, because for in this store lookup table, one store has only one record, but in the retail food inventory table there could be multiple records related to a particular product and lookup, a particular product and store related information. So let me create this relationship in the Power BI. Let me go to the manage relationship. Let me click on the new. Let me click the table on which I want to make the association. Now I want to make the association with AP retail store lookup table, and the column on which I want to make the relationship, the column is AP retail store ID, and the table to which I want to make the relationship is AP retail food inventory. And this in the AP retail food inventory, that column has been already identified at AP retail store ID, on which I want to make a relationship with the table AP retail store lookup. And the relationship means the cardinality has been already identified, that is one to many relationship. One record is present in AP retail store lookup table, and multiple record could be present in AP retail food inventory if you talk about on the table AP retail store ID. So let me click OK and close it. Now my data model has been created successfully. So in this video we have seen how we can import the CSV file in CSV file which is present in any location. I have used my local storage drive, but it could be stored anywhere. And how we can make the relationship between these tables or between different tables. So this data model I will going to use in this playlist. Let's go to the PPT. Thank you. If you like content of my video, then please subscribe my channel, like it, comment on it, and press the bell icon to get notification whenever I add videos.